Tokyo, a city of neon lights and ancient traditions, where vending machines dispense everything from umbrellas to hot noodles, and where you can even rent a girlfriend. Let's delve deeper into the world of rented girlfriends in Tokyo. The concept might seem strange to Western sensibilities, but in Japan, renting a girlfriend can serve a range of purposes. For some, it's about combating loneliness. For others, it's about appearances. These agencies offer a variety of packages, from casual dates to attending social events. But what does a rented relationship actually entail? Let's uncover the motivations of both the renters and the rented. Curious about rental girlfriends? Forget the salacious stuff. It's more like hiring a companion for specific scenarios. Lonely salaryman wants someone to laugh at his jokes over ramen? Done. These agencies screen their girls, ensuring they're presentable and good conversationalists. Think of it as a carefully curated illusion of companionship. But beneath the surface, you gotta wonder about the motivations fueling this whole charade. Boundaries are sacred in this game. Physical intimacy is a no-go. Privacy and discretion are paramount. You don't go blabbing about your rented girlfriend. These girls have reputations to protect. Treat your rental girlfriend with courtesy and genuine interest. Remember, these are real women with feelings and aspirations. Renting a girlfriend doesn't come cheap. Basic packages start around 5,000 to 10,000 yen for a few hours. That gets you a coffee date or a stroll through the park. For something more involved, you're talking 20,000 yen and up. Dinner at a nice restaurant, a trip to the cinema, maybe even karaoke. Premium packages, 50,000 yen or more, are for special occasions. Think black tie galas and exclusive clubs. Even companionship comes at a price in Tokyo. On a budget? Welcome to the bronze package. 5,000 yen, maybe 10, gets you basic companionship. Think grabbing a quick bite at a ramen joint. You might get a walk around a park. At this level, the girls might be shy, a little awkward. Conversation might be stilted. You'll rack your brain for something interesting to say. The bronze package is about dipping your toes into the water. Just don't expect to be swept off your feet. Ready to up the ante? The silver package is where it gets interesting. 20,000 yen opens some doors. Decent restaurants, maybe some sake. The girls are smoother, more confident. Dinner might be followed by a stroll through a night market or maybe karaoke. The silver package is about creating shared memories. Just don't get too attached. The gold package is for those who want the best. 50,000 yen buys you an evening of pure indulgence. Michelin star restaurants, exclusive clubs. The women are intelligent, sophisticated, multilingual. They can navigate high society gatherings with ease. But remember, this is still a rental agreement. The clock is always ticking. The gold package might buy you a taste of the high life, but not genuine connection. You've booked your package, but this ain't all inclusive. Transportation costs add up. You're treating your rented girlfriend, so factor in her meals and drinks. Japanese girls have a taste for the finer things. There's the emotional cost too. The nagging feeling that you're buying something that should be earned. These hidden costs weigh on you heavier than a bowl full of lead chopsticks. Let's talk food. Bronze level, ramen joints. It's cheap and cheerful. Silver level, izakayas, smoky dens of deliciousness. Sharing plates, clinking glasses. Gold standard, Michelin-starred sushi temples. Navigating a minefield of etiquette. You're paying for every bite. Tokyo's got soul, a vibrant underbelly of experiences. Bronze package dates, strolling through Ueno Park, maybe a visit to the Sensoji Temple. Silver level unlocks karaoke bars and Tokyo Disneyland, or a cooking class. Gold standard, helicopter rides, private viewings at art galleries, maybe a weekend trip to a traditional onsen resort. These are the experiences that money can buy. Why rent a girlfriend in Tokyo? Loneliness is a silent epidemic here. Salarymen work themselves to the bone. Families far away, traditions are fading. Women feel the squeeze too. Some rental girlfriends use the gig to make ends meet. It's a transaction with layers of complexity. It's a glimpse into a side of Japan rarely talked about. Section 2. More than a rental companionship in a culture of isolation. Look, I'm not saying it's healthy, this whole renting a girlfriend thing, but to understand it, you gotta understand Japan. This is a culture built on honor, on saving face. Showing vulnerability, loneliness, it's taboo, man. So, what do you do when you're craving connection in a society that prizes stoicism? You find a workaround. These rental agencies, they offer an escape hatch, a way to experience the illusion of intimacy without the messiness of real relationships. It's a band-aid on a bullet wound, maybe, but it gets you through the day. And for some, it's more than just a facade. It's a chance to practice social skills, to feel a sense of normalcy in a world that can feel anything but. Think about it. You're a young guy, fresh out of college, thrown into the Shark Tank of corporate Japan. You're working 12-hour days, your only companion's instant noodles and vending machine coffee. Suddenly, a few hours with a rental girlfriend, someone who listens to you rant about your boss, who laughs at your jokes. It can feel like a lifeline. It's a sad indictment of modern society, maybe, but it's the reality for many in this city of dreams and disillusionment. Global Glances. Tokyo's trade secrets from west to east. Now, before you think this is just a Japanese quirk, let me tell you, the desire for rented companionship, it's a global phenomenon. Take a stroll through Times Square, you'll see billboards for escort services, right? Or those online sugar daddy websites, same concept, different packaging. People crave connection, and where there's a demand, there's a market, no matter how unconventional. But Japan, they've elevated it to an art form. This ain't some back alley transaction. These agencies, they've got websites, customer reviews, the whole shebang. They've taken a universal need and wrapped it in a uniquely Japanese package, all politeness and ritual and unspoken understanding. And it's spreading. South Korea, China, even parts of Europe, they're catching on. Globalization, technology, it's blurring the lines. What starts as a niche service in Tokyo ends up a click away for anyone with an internet connection and a credit card. It's a brave new world out there, folks. And whether we like it or not, the rental girlfriend phenomenon is just a taste of things to come. Tales from the Twilight Zone. Clients speak out. Kenji, a soft-spoken salaryman in his late 20s, nervously adjusts his glasses. It's difficult to explain, he says, taking a sip of his green tea. My parents, they worry. They want grandchildren. He sighs. Renting a girlfriend for family gatherings. It's easier than explaining I'm too busy for a real relationship. He's not alone. Many clients are men like Kenji, caught in the crosshairs of societal expectations and the reality of a work-life balance that skews heavily towards work. They seek solace in these rented interactions, a temporary reprieve from the loneliness of their pressure cooker lives. Then there's Hiroshi, a boisterous entrepreneur who sees it as a business strategy. Networking events, they can be stifling, he explains, swirling a glass of whiskey. Having a beautiful woman on my arm, it opens doors. People are more receptive, more likely to remember me. For him, it's about appearances, about playing the game to get ahead in Japan's cutthroat business world. But not all stories are so straightforward. Take Taro, a middle-aged widower, his eyes welling up as he speaks. My wife, she loved going to the summer festivals. He pauses, his voice thick with emotion. Renting a girlfriend, it's not the same, I know. But for a few hours I can pretend things are different. I can almost hear her laughter in the crowd. Her side of the story, the women behind the smiles. Akemi, a university student with a quick wit and a cascade of glossy black hair, shrugs. Akemi, it's a job, she says, applying a touch of lipstick in a compact mirror. The pay is good, and it's flexible enough to fit around my studies. For me, it's about economic independence, about funding my dreams in an expensive city, but the emotional labor takes its toll. Yumi, it's draining, constantly being on, admits Yumi, an aspiring actress who uses the agency to network and supplement her income. You have to be a chameleon, adapting to each client's needs, suppressing your own feelings. And then, there are the ethical dilemmas. Hana, sometimes I worry about the clients, confesses Hana, a soft-spoken woman who joined the agency after escaping an abusive relationship. Some of them are so lonely, so desperate for connection, it feels exploitative. Yet, there's a sense of empowerment too. Sakura, we control the narrative, says Sakura, a fiercely independent single mother who sees the agency as a way to challenge societal norms. We set the boundaries. We decide how much of ourselves we reveal. In a way, it's liberating. Blurred lines. When rented romance feels real. The longer you spend immersed in this world, the more you realize the lines between performance and authenticity can blur. For some clients, the rented relationship becomes a crutch, a way to avoid the complexities of real-life intimacy. They become addicted to the illusion, to the carefully curated persona of their rented girlfriend. And for the women, some find themselves emotionally invested in their clients' lives, caught in a web of fabricated emotions and genuine concern. They become confidants, therapists, even friends, blurring the lines of their contractual obligations. Take the story of Haru, a rental girlfriend who found herself falling for a client, a quiet writer named Jiro. Their shared love for literature, their whispered conversations in dimly lit cafes, it felt real, tangible. But when Jiro discovered the truth, the carefully constructed facade crumbled. The betrayal, the sense of being used, it shattered him. Their story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the land of rented relationships, emotions are not so easily controlled. The heart, it seems, has a mind of its own, refusing to be bound by contracts or societal expectations. And in the neon-lit labyrinth of Tokyo, where reality and illusion constantly intersect, even a rented love can leave you with a broken heart. Real needs, artificial solutions, the dilemma of disconnection. Man, after all that, you gotta ask yourself, what the hell does it all mean? We've walked through the neon-lit streets of Tokyo, ducked into smoky izakayas, and peeked behind the curtain of this whole rental girlfriend thing. And you know what I've learned? It's complicated, man. More complicated than a bowl of ramen with all the toppings. On the surface, it's easy to judge, to see it as a symptom of a society that's lost its way, where technology's replaced genuine human connection. And yeah, there's truth to that. Tokyo, it can feel like a city of ghosts, everyone plugged into their phones, avoiding eye contact. But dig a little deeper, and you see the human need at its core. The need to be seen, to be heard, to feel something other than the cold indifference of a concrete jungle. These rental agencies, they're offering a band-aid, not a cure. A temporary fix for a deeper societal wound. And who are we to judge the folks who seek solace in these fleeting moments of connection? The lonely salaryman, the pressured son, the widower clinging to memories of his departed wife. They're all searching for something real in a world that increasingly feels artificial. The question is, can you ever truly find it when you're paying for it by the hour? The future of connection humanity in a hologram world. As I stand here gazing out at this sprawling metropolis, I can't help but wonder, what's next? The lines between reality and illusion are blurring faster than a Shinkansen bullet train. Technology's advancing at a breakneck pace. Virtual reality, artificial intelligence. Soon we'll be able to conjure up the perfect companion with the flick of a switch. Will we even need real human connection anymore when we can program a hologram to fulfill our every need? And what does that say about us as human beings? Are we destined to become so isolated, so detached, that we'd rather pay for simulated intimacy than risk the vulnerability of a real relationship? It's a dystopian future, man, straight out of a cyberpunk manga. But it's a future we're hurtling towards, whether we like it or not. But amidst the cold steel and flashing neon, there's a flicker of hope. Because even in this hyper-connected yet deeply disconnected world, there are still those who crave genuine connection. People who are willing to look up from their screens, to reach out, to risk heartbreak for a chance at something real. And maybe, just maybe, that's what it all boils down to. A choice between the easy comfort of illusion and the messy, unpredictable beauty of authentic human connection. The choice is ours, folks. Let's hope we make the right one.